Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Final Fantasy IV. So, you might be thinking to yourself, if you paid attention to the channel, hey, didn't you just play Final Fantasy III and in that also say that you weren't going to play another Final Fantasy game for a little bit? Well, I lied, because I kind of just had the urge to play the game after finishing up Final Fantasy III, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to jump right into Final Fantasy IV right after. We're going to be doing a new game. I did do one short it wasn't actually a test recording, I recorded the first video and then I wasn't too happy with it because the audio was all messed up. So this game, you can't actually tweak the audio settings in-game until you finish this intro cutscene. And so the video I recorded, it was so unbelievably loud because I couldn't tweak the audio or anything. And so the whole video was basically just me yelling at the top of my lungs, trying to be louder than what's being talked about. Also, this game has voice acting, just kind of it's a little odd considering no other Final Fantasy games had voice acting until I think 10 is the first one to have voice acting. Granted, this game, it's the remake, and we're playing the PC version, which is a little weird. I'm not entirely happy with it. I think it's not the greatest port because it's based on the mobile version of the game, not the actual DS version. And I guess I'll just kind of let this cutscene play a little bit before I keep talking.
Listen to me. We did no more than what our kingdom's peace and prosperity required us to do. The Mysidians knew too much of the crystal and its secrets. His Majesty deemed it so.
So basically, we murdered a bunch of people to get a magic rock.
It is not our place to question the orders of our king. Lord Captain. Lord Captain! Monsters at the fore!
Not at the fore. Also, something that I think is really funny is that Cecil here, the main character, they refer to him as Lord Captain. It's not just one title is enough. He's not just Lord Cecil or Captain Cecil. He's Lord Captain. But what was I saying about... Oh yeah, about the port. The main difference between this and the DS version is the UI's worse. I don't know, just the user interface is kind of... I'm not a huge fan of it. But it's a lot easier to record and it just looks better. Just because it's actually a... supports 1080p resolution, and if I was recording on the DS, I would have to set up an overlay and the video would be all tiny and it just wouldn't look good. So I think I'll look over the UI issues.
With all these monsters as of late. Disturbing, is it not? I wonder what it bodes.
I like how they're all tired too, they fucking did something, okay? They didn't do anything, they just watched us slice them up. Ah, the young lord returns triumphant. You did secure a Mysidius crystal, did you not? The crystal is ours, but the Mysidians, they did not even raise a hand in their own defense, Baigan. Baigan? I don't know how you pronounce that. All's the better then, is it not? Only fools would dare oppose the almighty will of Baron. Come, we must keep his majesty waiting. We must not keep his majesty waiting. It's still, the music is just so loud. It's not as bad. It's going to be louder for me than it is on the recording, but... A moment, my lord. Lord Captain to you, sir? Get the full title, please? Your Majesty, I fear our good Lord Cecil's faith in you begins to waver. Does it now? Indeed, your loyalty and worth are proven once again, Captain Baigan. But the crystal is all that matters. Bring him before me. As you wish. Lord Cecil, His Majesty bids you enter. Once again, Lord Captain Cecil III Esquire is our full title. The Kingdom of Baron hails your return, Cecil. You have brought me the crystal, I trust. I have, Your Majesty. Relinquish the water crystal. It is genuine, Your Majesty. What, you think we're gonna deliver a fake? Come on now. So it is. See how it shines. That would be all, Cecil. You may leave us now. Now just walk out and don't say anything, Cecil. Oh no. Your Majesty, have you some other matter to discuss? Our king has granted you your leave, and yet you would trouble him further? I know it's not a place to ask, Your Majesty, and I pray you can forgive my indiscretion, but what is it you aim to do? Also, it's really weird that there's no music now. Your ways are not as they once were. My men's hearts grow heavy with misgiving, as does yours. Your Majesty, no, I would never doubt. Do you take me for a fool, Cecil? Do you think your treasonous whisperings escape my ears? After all I've done for you, Cecil, you wound me. This is most unfortunate, but I can place no trust in one who offers none in return. I hereby relieve you of your command of the Red Wings. The Red Wings, not the Wed Wings. My liege! And now the music's back, blaring. You will now go to the Valley of the Mist instead. There is a task I would have you do. A phantom creature haunts the borders of the land, the Eidolon of Mist. You will slay it and deliver this ring to the village that lies beyond. They will know its meaning. Be gone at first light of the morrow. Your Majesty! Kane, Commander Baron's Dragoons. Dude, look at that swagger he's got. I beg you, my liege, reconsider. You must know Cecil would not betray you. Ah, Kane, I was not aware this matter concerned you. But as you seem so eager to protect your friend, let your spear accompany his blade on the roads of mist. Your Majesty! I have no more words. Take the ring and be gone, while my mood is yet fair. The Carnelian Signet. Carlane? I already forgot how it was spelled. Kane, forgive me. I did not mean to draw you into this. What's to forgive? We'll say this Eidolon of his and all will be forgotten. He'll be commanding the Red Wings again before you know it. Kane, you must be tired from Mysidia, no? Leave some preparations to me and get yourself some rest. So, we can play the game. Can we save in here? No, we cannot save. So, also, it's still really loud. Okay, there we go. If we turn the music... Okay, that's weird. I don't know. Because it's like, even if you start a new game, it resets the music up to high. Oh well, I did do some stuff to OBS to make the music shouldn't be so loud. Also, it's funny, the subtitles, it's like on a... It has like 6 different options, but it just goes between 1 and 2. Like, on and on. Like, it's so weird. Window design, I don't care. Mainly just make it as fast as possible. Do we want it on active or wait? I don't actually know what the difference is. Is it on active already? Whatever. Okay, there we go. Now I'm kind of worried it's going to be too quiet, but I'd rather it be too quiet than blaring out the ears of everything. Because it was like the very first time I recorded, it was just literally me screaming at the top of my lungs because it was so loud. I couldn't hear myself talk. I think we're still going to talk to Kane here, and he'll tell us some stuff. But basically, like, kind of the backstory, like, because this game does kind of just throw you right in, is we're Cecil, we command the Red Wings. The Red Wings are kind of like the elite force of the Kingdom of Baron, who is the dude, you know, the kingdom that we serve, that's the king. The king has, for some reason, had us collecting these crystals against these other nations, and, you know, in increasingly violent ways. Like, it's pretty heavily implied that we murdered all those people in the beginning to get this crystal in that flashback. What is it? This is all my doing, forgive me. Also, Cecil's kind of an emo bitch. You know? He kind of, like, starts the trend of the protagonists of Final Fantasy games being, like, little emo people. I told you, there's nothing to forgive. What's wrong? It isn't like you to act like this. They're not trained in the ways of the Dark Sword, so I can steal from innocence, Kane. I trained because His Majesty asked it of me. Cecil gets a little bit better, but at the start, he's definitely pretty emo. You mustn't blame yourself for the orders you were given. Our king had his reasons, I'm sure of it. I envy you, Kane. Cecil, so you saw me. I saw the openings you left. How do you expect to lead the Dragoons if you can't even guard your own flank? Well, they don't need to guard his flank because he's always up in the air because Dragoons jump. My father's blood is in me. I lead the Dragoons. Have no fear of that. You're certainly headstrong enough. No more holding back, Cecil. Fight to win this time. And then they turn to stone. Don't overthink things, Cecil. You need to keep your wits about you. What do you mean to send me off against the Eidolon alone? Of course not. We leave early on the morrow. Best get some sleep. So I should actually know where I'm going now, because the first time I just kind of ran around for like 10 minutes not knowing where I was supposed to go. I think we go down to the... No, this is to the dungeon in the basement. We just want to like leave. Yeah, the walk animation's kind of weird. The way he's like sauntering about. I think this is going to take us out. We want to get to the tower. How do I get to the tower? Maybe you don't go through the front door. I thought you went through the front door. Let's see. Oh, wait. Maybe this is it up here. Or not. I feel like I've gotten more lost. Ah, yeah. Cecil. Rosa, the white mage of Baron. Just the one. The whole kingdom's just got the one white mage. Thank goodness you're alright. The orders from Mysidia came so suddenly, I'd worried. We're fine. Small wonder considering we fought mages who did not fight back. Cecil? I'll visit you in your tower later. Of course. Oh, that was her saying she'll visit us in our tower. Okay. I misinterpreted that the first time as we were gonna visit her in her tower. It was... Well, look who's home. Or actually, this is old Sid. Who kind of looks a little like his version of Final Fantasy 3. He's a little different looking, but... Rose has been worried sick about you, you know. Make that girl cry and you'll have me to answer to, you hear? Speaking of girls, how are my babies? Didn't burn out any of the engines, did ya? You and them goons of yours need to treat those ships with more respect. Not the chips. We don't really care about whether chips are treated with respect. God, I can't talk. Hey, what a long face. Something the matter? Sid, well, see, you know... What? He's sending you to hunt the Eidolon instead? What'll happen to the Red Wings without you? I tell you, something's gotten into His Majesty. He's ordered me to build a new ship, you know, a more maneuverable one with more firepower. What's he thinking? I'm not building these things for him to wage war. There's talk among the townspeople, too. Everyone's worried about where Baron's headed. And now the king's sending you away from us? Missed, eh? Well, you take care of yourself. Suppose I don't need to worry about you, though, do I? I best be on my way, too. That daughter of mine is going to wring my neck if I spend another night here working without checking in at home. Okay, Sid. Goodbye. Is this our tower? Greetings and salutations, Sir Knight. My name is Namingway. I travel the world bestowing new names upon those dissatisfied with the ones they already possess. But as of late, I find fewer and fewer wishing to take advantage of my renaming services. What say you? Won't you try a new name on for size? No. We're going to keep Cecil. Say what? You can't change your name? Well, this is certainly unprecedented. It's almost as though my existence here serves no purpose. A Namingway who cannot change a man's name is no Namingway at all. I believe it's time I embarked on a new journey to find my proper place in this world. Well then, until we meet again. I don't completely get that. It's a pretty odd scene. Is this a... Oh, I thought that was an invisible wall. I don't think this game has as many invisible walls as Final Fantasy 3 did, thankfully. Hello. I've turned your bed, my lord. I still don't know what the phrase, I've turned your bed, my lord, means. I mean, I guess it just means that she got it ready, but what is turned your bed? I've never heard that expression before. They told me we'd be departing again on the morrow. Rest well tonight. Also, I just want to get an idea of where the recording's at. Okay, everything looks like it's recording through. You know, I can't quite trust these games after all the issues I had with Final Fantasy 3. Well, really, it's just 2 videos I had issues with OBS on. I guess we can rest. Also, there's 2 moons. There's like a moon, and then there's a smaller,
Your
identical
Majesty,
moon that orbits it.
what's become of you?
I mean, it's like literally the exact same
Where is
moon.
the noble knight, the man who took me in as an orphan and raised me as his own? The strong, just king I once knew. Is a crystal worth all this?
Absolutely. Magic
Robbing
rocks
a
are the
peaceful
best.
people of what's theirs by right. What need could be so great? King's orders or no, there's no forgiving what we've done.
Cecil? Won't you tell me what happened?
We murdered people.
First you're sent off to Mysidia, and now to hunt some beast again so soon? Did something happen in Mysidia?
Oh, lots happened in Mysidia.
No, it's nothing.
Then why won't you look at me?
In Mysidia, we stole a crystal from people who had done no wrong. I've worn this darkened armor for so long now. There's no mote of light left in me. Not even in my heart.
You're a good man, Cecil.
I'm a coward. A coward who cannot even defy orders he knows he ought not follow.
Cecil of the Red Wings is many things, but he is no coward. Not the Cecil who I love. The king is sending you to Mist to slay the Eidolon, isn't he? If anything were to happen to you, I couldn't...
Yeah, we got Kane, though. He's a
Kane will be
badass.
with me.
Yeah, see, exactly.
I'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
It's late. You should get some rest.
I mean, you know, you could always come with if you could use a healer. You know?
Be careful.
Thank you, Rosa. But I know what I've become.
Seriously, it's the exact same moon. They both got the same craters in the exact same spot. It's like they just took the picture of the moon and made it smaller. It's like they didn't even try and make like two moons that are different.
Shall we then, Cecil?
I'll be counting on you, my friend.
Then you've nothing to fear.
Oh, triumphant music. Also, Cecil looks 10 times cooler with his mask down. Kane would probably also look cooler if his like had his full helmet down. Because it's kind of weird, like when he's walking around, he's like kind of badass looking, but he's got like his fucking smile, you know? Like it'd look better if he would, like, see? Like, it'd be better if he had like a full helm. Like, it's just so like, it just kind of ruins the motif of like both of them being kind of like badasses in this armor. And so the Dark Knight Cecil, stripped of his command of the Red Wings, set out for the distant Valley of Mist. And then the text didn't move because it scrolls really slow here. Together with Kane, commander of the Dragoons, he would pursue a faceless quarry and a chance for redemption. The advent of the airship had marked the realization of mankind's most ancient dream, but man is a creature seldom sated, and he was quick to dream anew. And we really insult your intelligence and your ability to read. With the unparalleled might of the Red Wings, Baron's military soon to reign supreme. Why then does its king now seek the crystals? Like, seriously, it's so slow. Like, who reads that slow? I guess it's better to err on the side of reading, having the text go slow, than going too fast. Also, fearsome monsters suddenly began to overrun the once calm land. Like, that was 2 sentences. That did not need to take that long. If the crystals know they share no answers, only their pure, silent light. Man, the main theme is so good. And that's it. We're playing the game. One thing I do want to kind of like mention is, so this game has voice acting, right, for like cutscenes. Most of the game is, doesn't have voice acting, which is fine because I actually kind of like doing the voices, even though I'm not very good at it. But the main character is voiced by Yuri Lowenthal, I think is how you pronounce it. Which I just kind of like have a funny, not really story about the dude, but you may recognize him as generic background male character in literally every video game ever made. Like, he is in everything. But the main thing I know him from is he voices Yosuke in Persona 4. And that was probably the first game that I ever really noticed him as a voice actor in. His Majesty's recent behavior troubles me. Blah blah blah. Yeah, okay, we'll leave Rosa alone. But yeah, so this Yuri Lowenthal guy. But there was probably a 2-year period after I played Persona 4 for the first time, where like he was in every single game I played. It was like he was like I couldn't escape the dude's voice because he does the same voice in every single thing he voice acts. Like, most voice actors generally will have a couple different voices they use. He just has like the one, which I mean he's a good voice actor and everything, but it's just was so funny that anytime I hear him as like a main character, because I always just like instinctively like associate him with Yosuke from Persona 4. But yeah, most of the voice act, there's not too much of it. It's basically just the cutscenes, but they did get some pretty decent voice actors. I mean, I'm not very good at remembering names, but like pretty much all of them are recognizable voices. I don't know exactly how much we'll do. We'll probably just do a few like battles here just to kind of get a little experience. We won't actually go to the Valley of the Mist yet, because we're already at about 20 minutes. We'll maybe just kind of... So the combat's fairly standard, just your turn-based. It uses the active time battle system, which I think this is the first game of the series to do it. It's used in this game. 6, 7, 8 all use it. I don't know, does 9 use it too? I can't remember. 9's actually the only Final Fantasy game I haven't beaten, like, mainline. I've played it, but it's been so long that I don't really remember too much about it. But it's very standard. One thing that I kind of talked about is the UI is a little different in this version than it is in, like, the original DS remake, where the UI is just better, but the game as a whole is going to be, I already mentioned, it's easier to record and everything, which is why we're doing the PC version, despite it being a little inferior. You hear that rumor? Where it is place called the Training Classroom under the Devil's Road. New adventures can get all sort of advice down there, so they say. Is there like a shop? Actually, we don't have any money, do we? Yeah, you don't start with any money. Forgive me, Kane. I never meant for any of this to happen. Yeah, see, that's what I mean by Cecil being an emo baby. We don't know any magic or anything, right? How does sacrifice HP to attack for double damage? Okay, so that's how that works. And then other dudes, jump is just, you jump in the air and do damage. Cool. Even though, I don't know how I feel about jump as a command, because it's like, couldn't you just attack twice? It's good in Final Fantasy 3, because jump actually scales to do more than double damage. Like, at high job levels, it actually does, like, almost 3 times, which is pretty good. Yeah, I guess that's gonna be it. Well, I don't want the first part to drag on too long. We will continue. I'll probably do a little grinding and stuff off screen, and then we'll start making our way to the Valley of the Mist in the next video, guys. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part, and bye, guys.